Threats to shipping process, picking wrong item or quantity to ship. Barcode technology, reconcile picking list. 2. Sales order. Theft of inventory, restrict physical access to inventory, document inventory transfers. Physical counts of inventory reconciled to quantities recorded. Shipping errors, fail to ship the goods. Wrong quantities, wrong items, shipped to the wrong address. Duplication, reconcile shipping documents to sales orders. That was part of our assignment before, I think. Fail to ship the goods, wrong quantities, wrong items, ship to the wrong address, duplication. Reconcile the shipping documents to sales orders, picking lists, and packing slips. Data entry, edit controls. Billing process. Invoicing the customer, source document, sales info. Updating accounts receivable. Source document, credit memo, and monthly statements. Billing process, failure to bill customer. Reconcile invoices with sales orders and shipping documents. Separate shipping and billing functions. Billing errors. Data entry, edit controls, configure system to automatically enter price. Data entry, edit controls, reconciliation of shipping documents to sales orders. Posting errors in accounts receivable. Dude, I can't believe all the answers to our in-class assignment were right here in this PowerPoint. If I had known that, I would have just looked at it instead of trying to figure it out mentally by myself. Like, seriously, I bet I'm going to get one of them wrong. Dang it. Dude. Come on. Don't second guess yourself. Just look in the textbook. It's not that hard. Or look in the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint had all the answers to your questions. How could I possibly have not known that? Man. Like, I tried to do, like, a bunch of our in-class assignments without looking at the textbook. And it's actually better just to look at the textbook because the textbook basically has all the answers to your assignments. Man. Posting errors in accounts receivable. Reconcile subsidiary accounts receivable balance to the account. Amount for accounts receivable in the general ledger. Mail monthly statements to customers. Inaccurate or invalid credit memo. Inaccurate or invalid credit memo. Segregation of authorization and recording function for credit. Cash collection process customer payment and update their account balance. Remittance. Deposit payments to the bank. Theft of cash. Proper segregation of cash handling and posting to customer accounts authorized. Credit memo or reconcile. Use lockbox. Immediately open mail. Prompt endorsement. And deposit all cash receipts daily. Use cash registers. Cash flow problems. Lockbox discounts for early payment. Discount for. Okay, let's see. Man, I don't even feel like. I'm almost to the end of this chapter. Discounts for early payment. Cash flow budgeting. That's the end of the chapter. Ay. Expenditures. Like, go. So, the activities in the expenditure cycle are to order materials, supplies, and services, receive materials, supplies, and services, approve supplier, vendor, invoice. Cash disbursement. Order goods, materials, supplies, or services. Processing steps. Identify what, when, and how much to purchase. Source document purchase requisition. Choose a supplier. Source document purchase order. Ordering goods, services. Threats. Stock outs and excess inventory. Perpetual inventory, wire coding, periodic physical counts. Purchasing items not needed. Perpetual inventory system. Review and approval of purchase requisitions. Centralized purchasing. Purchasing items at inflated prices. Price lists. Competitive bids. Review purchase orders. Purchasing goods of poor quality. Use approved suppliers. Review and approve purchases from your suppliers. Monitor product quality by supplier. Hold purchasing managers responsible for rework and scrap cost. Unreliable suppliers. Monitor suppliers' performance. Requires quality verification. Purchasing from unauthorized suppliers. Purchase from approved suppliers. Review approval for the purchases of new suppliers. Kickbacks. Supplier audits. Prohibit gifts. Job rotation and mandatory vacation. Require disclosure of financial and personal interests in suppliers. Receiving process. Goods arrive. Verify goods ordered against the purchase order. What, how much, quality, source document, receiving report. Threat of receiving goods or services, accepting unordered items. Using it. authorized purchase orders needed before receiving goods. Mistakes in counting barcodes, receiving employees sign receiving reports. Do not inform receiving of quantity ordered, verifying receipt of services. How is that a threat? You cannot verify the receipt of services. Budget controls and audits. Inventory theft. Restrict physical access to inventory. Document all inventory transfers. Segregate custody versus receiving of inventory. Approve supplier invoice and cash disbursement. Approve supplier invoice and cash disbursement. Match the supplier invoice to purchase order and receiving report. Supplier invoice plus purchase order plus receiving report equals voucher. Approve supplier invoice for payment. Approve supplier invoice for payment. Source document disbursement voucher. Pay vendor. Wow. Errors in supplier invoice. Verify invoice accuracy. Require detailed receipts for P cards. Restrict access to supplier master data. Mistakes in posting to accounts payable. Data entry edit controls. Reconcile detailed accounts payable records to the general ledger accounts payable account. Failure to take discounts. Wait, what? Proof. Failure to take discount. File invoices by due date to take advantage of discounts. Pay for items not received. Match supplier invoice to supporting documents. Purchase order receiving report. Duplicate payments. Pay only original invoices. Cancel supporting document when payment is made. Theft of cash. The theft of cash, physical security of checks, separation of duties, reconcile bank accounts, check alteration, check protection machines, Special inks, papers, cash flow problems, cash flow budget, key terms. Oh. Oy, oy, oy. That's fine. Really? I thought there was going to be quizzes in the chapter. All we have are these stupid essay questions. What was I thinking? Why did I think there was going to be anything in here? Sniffy. Did I just go through chapter 9 like an idiot? Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. I thought I saw something in chapter 10. Oh, okay, fine, I'll check it. Was I going through chapter 9 or 10? Like, look at how much stuff I would have had to read. Okay, finally, there actually is something I can do here. Whoa. Also, I think I may have done this before. What? Yeah, concerned with the accuracy, completeness. This is the last song. What is concerned with the accuracy, completeness, validity, and authorization of data captured, processed, and stored? I don't know. Identify and correct problems and recover from the resulting errors. Discover problems that were not prevented. Make sure the control environment is stable and well managed. Deter problems before they arise. You sniffed. What application controls concerned with the accuracy, completeness, validity? I feel like this is just the key terms again. It's just in a different type of thing. Describes how a company creates value, communicates core values, and inspires employees to live by those values. Helps employees to act ethically. Employees are encouraged to creatively solve problems and meet customer needs without being told what to do. Measures, monitors, and compares actual company progress to budget and performance goals so that management can make changes. Now, dude, what is this? Where is all this stuff? What? What is all this stuff? Where? It's not even a key term. don't know. Hey, where's the answer? Belief system? Oh. This is stupid. Where is all this stuff anyways? Where was this? Belief system describes how a company creates value, communicates core values, and inspires employees to live by those values. Boundary system. This is dumb. This is stupid. What? They literally put the word in the definition. Fail. Any and all means a person uses to gain an unfair advantage over another person. Fraud. The condition or situation that allows a person or organization to commit and conceal a dishonest act and convert it to personal gain opportunity. A person's incentive or motivation for committing fraud. Pressure. Theft of company assets by employees. Employee fraud. No. Misappropriation of assets. A text file created by a website and stored on a visitor's hard drive. Really? You serious? But again, they keep putting it in flashcard. A text file created by a website and stored on a visitor's hard drive. They store information about who the user is and what the user has done on the site. Intentional or reckless conduct. Whether by act or omission that results in materially misleading financial statements. No, it's fraudulent financial reporting. The excuse that fraud perpetrators use to justify their illegal behavior. Rationalization, misrepresenting or leaving out facts in order to promote an investment that promises fantastic profits with little or no risk. Examples include Ponzi schemes and securities fraud. Investment fraud. Creating cash using the lag between the time the check is deposited and the time it clears the bank. That is check kiting. Concealing the theft of cash by means of a series of delays in posting collections to accounts receivable. Lapping.
Any type of fraud that requires computer technology to perpetrate computer fraud. An intentional act where this intent is to destroy a system or some of its components. Dishonest conduct by those in power. Dishonest conduct by those in power, which often involves actions that are illegitimate, immoral, or incompatible with ethical standards. Examples include bribery and bid breaking, corruption. Hey! Oh. Well. Dang it. The excuse that fraud perpetrators use to justify their illegal behavior. Rationalization. Theft of company assets by employees. Misappropriation of assets. Why is my queue popping right here? That should not be happening. Intentional or reckless conduct, whether by act or omission, that results in materially misleading financial statements. Fraudulent financial reporting. Creating cash using the lag between the time a check is deposited and the time it clears the bank. Check kiting. A text file created by a website and stored on a visitor's hard drive can store information about who the user is and what the user has done on the site. Any type of fraud that requires computer technology to perpetrate computer fraud. Misrepresenting or leaving out facts in order to promote an investment that promises fantastic profits with little or no risk. Examples include Ponzi schemes and securities fraud, investment fraud. Any and all means a person uses to gain an unfair advantage over another person. You know, I'm probably not going to study for as much as I was planning. So I'm just going to take my pill. Because I'm just going to read through I'm just going to study the key terms and study the quizzes that are in the thingy. And then I'm going to be done. And then tomorrow I can review all that stuff again. I can review the power. I can literally review every single thing again. The PowerPoints, all the PowerPoints, and the key terms and the quizzes. I can review it tomorrow. I don't need to spend any more time than that. That's fine. So thank goodness I don't have to get all these 5 hours of sleep. Because I was originally planning to force myself to study as much as humanly possible while only getting 5 hours of sleep. But I don't think I really need to. That's fine. That would only be necessary if I was going to read all the chapters again, but I decided not to do that because it's not really worth my time. It would take way too long, and I'd be reading so much extra information I don't really need to know. So I can get most of it from the PowerPoints, the key terms, and the quizzes. That's all I really need to study. Any and all means a person uses to gain an unfair advantage over another person. Fraud. Typically, business people who commit fraud, white-collar criminals usually resort to trickery or cunning, and their crimes usually involve a violation of trust or confidence. A person's incentive or motivation for committing fraud, pressure. An intentional act where the intent is to destroy a system or some of its components. Concealing the theft of cash by means of a series of delays in posting collections to accounts receivable. Lapping. The condition or situation that allows a person or organization to commit and conceal a dishonest act and convert it to personal gain. Dishonest conduct by those in power, which often involves actions that are illegitimate. Thanks. Immoral or incompatible with ethical standards. Examples include bribery and bid-rigging. There. Which of the following is a fraud in which later payments on account are used to pay off earlier payments that were stolen? Salami technique. Salami technique. Which type of fraud is associated with 50% of all law auditor lawsuits? I have no idea. Now that was funny. That's funny. Which of the following statements is false? Some computer fraud perpetrators do not view themselves as criminals. The psychological profiles of white-collar criminals The psychological profile of white-collar criminals is similar to that of the general public. Some computer fraud perpetrators do not view themselves as criminals. There is little difference between computer fraud perpetrators and other types of white-collar criminals. The psychological profiles of white-collar criminals differ from those of violent criminals. Which of the following conditions are usually necessary for a fraud to occur? Which of the following is not an example of computer fraud? Wow. Which of the following causes the majority of computer security problems? I have no idea. The answer is... I don't know what the answer is. Oh, great. It's gotta be this. It says the majority of computer security problems are caused by human errors. Which of the following is not one of the responsibilities of auditors in detecting fraud? Which of the following control procedures? Discussing the risks of material fraudulent misstatements, incorporating a technology focus, evaluating the results of their audit tests. What? 15 minutes already? Which of the following control procedures is most likely to deter lapping? Lapping requires a constant and ongoing cover-up to hide the stolen funds, rotating duties such that the perpetrator does not have access to the necessary accounting records will most likely result in this fraud's discovery. Which of the following is the most important, basic, and effective control to deter fraud? Ooh. I don't know. Segregating duties among different employees is the most effective control for the largest number of fraud schemes because it makes it difficult for any single employee to both commit and conceal a fraud. Once fraud has occurred, which of the following will reduce fraud losses? Contingency plan, regular backup of data and programs or insurance. Which of the following is a fraud in which later payments on account are used to pay off earlier payments that were stolen? Which type of fraud is associated with 50% of all auditor lawsuits? Fraudulent financial reporting. Which of the following statements is false? The psychological profiles of white-collar criminals differ from those of violent criminals. There is little difference between computer fraud perpetrators and other types of white-collar criminals. Some computer fraud perpetrators do not view themselves as criminals. The psychological profile of white-collar criminals is similar to that of the general public. Which of the following conditions are usually necessary for fraud to occur? Opportunity, rationalization, and pressure. Which of the following is not an example of computer fraud? Failure to perform preventative maintenance in a computer. Computer fraud is theft of money by altering computer records, obtaining information illegally using a computer, unauthorized modification of a software program. Which of the following causes the majority of computer security problems? Human errors. Which of the following is not one of the responsibilities of auditors in detecting fraud? Which of the following is not one of the responsibilities of auditors in detecting fraud? Catching perpetrators in the act of committing fraud. Their responsibilities include discussing the risk of material fraudulent misstatements, evaluating the results of their audit tests, incorporating a technology focus. Which of the following control procedures is most likely to deter lapping? Which of the following control procedures is most likely to deter lapping?
Periodic rotation of duties. Which of the following is the most important basic and effective control to deter fraud? Once fraud has occurred, which of the following would reduce fraud losses? That was funny. How is it only 57 minutes? Dang it. Oh my gosh, 64 terms? Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? 64? What? What? Are you kidding me? That is insane. Implementing control procedures to clearly define authority and responsibility within the information system function. What the heck? The processes and procedures implemented to provide reasonable assurance that control objectives are met. Internal controls. How long it takes for a system to respond. Response time. A COSO framework that defines internal controls and provides guidance for evaluating and enhancing internal control systems. Internal control integrated framework. Oh my gosh. Points where progress is reviewed. Dude. And actual and estimated completion times are compared. Project milestones. People who operate the company's computers. Computer operators. What the heck? People who record transactions. Authorized data processing and use system output. Users. An investigation of a prospective or current employee that involves verifying their educational and work experience, talking to references, checking for a criminal record or credit problems, and examining other publicly available information background check. Special approval of an employee needs in order to be allowed to handle a transaction. Authorization. Nope, specific authorization. Dang. A schedule that shows when each data processing task should be performed. Data processing schedule. The potential dollar loss should a particular threat become a reality. Impact / exposure. The probability that a threat will come to pass. Likelihood / risk. The outside independent board of director members responsible for financial reporting, regulatory compliance, internal control, and hiring and overseeing internal and external auditors. Audit committee. Controls designed to make sure an organization's information system and control environment is stable and well managed. General controls. A document that explains proper business practices, describes needed knowledge and experience, explains document procedures, and explains how to handle transactions and lists the resources provided to carry out specific duties. Policy and procedures manual. System, like where was all this stuff? System that measures, monitors, and compares actual company progress to budgets and performance goals. Diagnostic control system. Cooperation between two or more people in an effort to thwart internal controls. Collusion. Controls that prevent, detect, and correct transaction errors.